Today, we are going to talk about personal recount. We kind of talk about something that happened before, then you write a personal recount. It's almost like a diary or like a letter telling, if we want to talk about something that has already happened, what kind of tense do I have to use?
Past tense.
Past tense. So a good recount should have an introduction. An introduction, you have to ask yourself all of these questions, the 5 W's, not 4 W's, 5 W's. So we have the what question.
What,
and
who, where,
yes. When and
why.
why. Okay, the what question can be, what did they do? So for example, what did she do at that place? And then who did the activity? So you have to talk about like, oh, I went to Singapore with all of these people. So all of the short details, you don't have to go into very specific details about them quite yet, but you can talk about like who was involved, okay? And then we have where did you go, perhaps, when, and why. So this is a good way to write an introduction. And we have to have a sequence of events. That means we have to start with something, then do something, then do something. So that is more interesting. So for example, if we want to talk about a birthday party, I can't just be like, hey guys, I had a birthday party and it's really great and it's done. No, we can't do that. We have to have like, okay, first I walked in and I saw balloons, and then we played a game, and then we sang the song, something like that. And then also a conclusion. And a conclusion, usually it contains your personal comment. So you have to write a personal comment at the end. For example, here it says, oh, I really enjoyed the party. Like before we actually write, we do a little something to organize it. Who remembers? Brainstorming, but usually we draw a little something. Mind map. Yes. Yeah, a mind map. So we draw a mind map so that we can write down all of the stuff that we might want to write about. Then we can select it next, okay? And then the main body. The main body, like now, one of the most important parts here is this part. But sequential words it sounds very fancy, but it's actually just time word. Those words are like first, then, after that, all of those words that show a sequence. Now, so these are the sequential words. So they are not very hard, are they? Why is it important to write in paragraphs? Is it kind of all over the place? Or maybe it's such a large chunk that they might lose interest to read? Do you know what expanding a sentence means?
That means make it longer.
Make it longer, yes. So for example, this is the example. The boy fought. Is a very good sentence. It's a very rich sentence.
It doesn't have any adjectives.
Yeah, we can add a lot more to this sentence. For example, maybe you know the boy's name. And then what did the boys do? Like how were they fighting? They were kicking and pushing and punching, something like that. Yeah, where did they fight? Why did they fight? How did they fight? So a personal recount is usually a true story that an author writes about our experience, about his or her own experience. And usually we use the first person. First person, who can give me a first person pronoun? What is a first person pronoun?
Like I,
me, very good.
We,
yeah.
us.
咁希望大家咧都可以喺屋企試下寫咁樣。咁其實我哋屋企如果要寫 diary， 即係純粹寫下，哎呀今日發生咗啲咩事咧？咁其實我哋都可以用到啱啱嘅嗰啲技巧嘅。咁其實唔難嘅，唔一定話要寫得好長或者用一啲好深嘅字先至係叫做好嘅 writing 嘅。大家可以喺屋企都試下，同埋試下盡情咁樣去諗下有啲乜嘢可以寫，咁去試下寫。越多 practice 咧 ，practice 就可以 make perfect 啦。咁樣。OK 好啦，咁我哋下一集再見啦，拜拜。
拜拜。
拜拜。拜拜。
拜拜。